racism against white people become okay? Joe Biden put white people last in line for COVID relief funds. Kamala Harris said disaster aid should go to non-white citizens first. Liberal politicians block access to medicine based on skin color. Progressive corporations, airlines, universities all openly discriminate against white Americans. Racism is always wrong. The left's anti-white bigotry must stop. We are all entitled to equal treatment under law. America First Legal paid for this ad.
Hey, Shalom, call lawyer Bashim Mahawashah. Hey, again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Mahawashah. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, the God of the Hebrew Israelites. Yahweh Shah is the true name of his only begotten Son in the Hebrew. Give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that did teach us this truth, and as always, much love towards his hopeful elect. Hey, man, you see it, you hear it. We're at that time, man. It's two things going on spiritually. I mean, the Lord is just rising up these spirits, man, to fulfill prophecy in preceding our Lord Malaki Hawashai's second coming. He told us some signs and events that would be taking place preceding his second coming. And one of those things, and I bring it out, nation against nation, all right, kingdom against kingdom. And this is all in relation to it. And on the other side as well, us being somewhat learned, some more than others, in this truth and this thing of ours, the Bible, all right, understanding who these nations are today, where where they're prominently located at. It's the end of the road for these guys, man. All right, these people on this video who are claiming racism now and claiming discrimination, it's a bunch of BS. But it's because of those two things. One, all right, it has to be some type of spirit of division. All right, so something has to be wrong, and as well as their time is fastly coming to an end of their rulership, man. This being Esau Edom. All right, now this is the same thing that happened, if you guys remember, a while back. I can't really, no more than 2 years ago, when the incident happened in, I believe it was Atlanta, somewhere in Georgia, where that man killed a certain amount of so-called Asian people, and they came with the same propaganda. As soon as one little thing happens to them, or they feel like that, and I'm referring to starting with Esau, Edom, and these other nations, all right, they run and cry. All right, a few of their members of their nation got put to death by one guy, and they went on a petition damn near talking about how they were so discriminated against, man. Oh my goodness, man. Is this what we're dealing with here? Now, the Lord got us on a certain level with the Wadi Hawba Shema Hawashai. If I wasn't a learned individual in this truth and understand what's going on, some of these things would bother me. And that's still in relation to the Lord bringing that spirit of division, man. He's getting everybody riled up, man. All right. You got the day-to-day issues even amongst our own nation, man, but this nation against nation prophecy, all right, it will play out, all right, to its full strength, man. Look at what it stop left-wing racism and anti-white bigotry. Boy, stop. But again, deep down, the spirit is upon the earth because they know their time is short, man. All right, and they know what's really finna happen, man. They know, everybody knows. All right, they just want to hold on to this lie, man. All right, this burning building that everyone's trying to move to and claim, which is Babylon the Great, and the rest of this earth under this wicked rulership, man. This thing is over with, man. But let's bring out some precepts. And what I came across that video through the spirit last night. And I just thought it was crazy. Like, it really, like, to hear them talk about their being discriminated against. Oh man, come on, man. This is your kingdom. How are you discriminated against? Unless your rulership is truly coming to an end. All right. But this is Matthew 24th chapter, and we'll just hit verse 7. All right. So concerning the second coming of our Lord Malaki Hawashai, his disciples asked him, hey, what would be signs of the time of your second coming? And this is one of them. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. All right. And there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So this is something that's nothing new. There's been wars amongst nations for quite some time. We're advocating that we are at the very, very end of this, where we're going to see the full manifestation of all of it. So don't get cute like, some of our members of our nation, when we try to prophesy to them and they hit us with the, oh, it's been the last days reply. All right. Yeah, it's been shit going on, and that's like a problem with our people. They so prideful, especially the so-called elders of our nation. They feel like because they have a little so-called age, which ain't old at all right? We're all of the same generation as far as, the way the Lord views it. So it's no need to be boastful, but they feel because they are a little age, they feel like they've seen and know everything. So you definitely can't tell the old people of our nation anything, man. All right. The Lord teaches us these things, man. Hey, them old lions. Look, all right. But going back, all right, to this so-called racism against Esau, Edom, and his claim. Same thing Moabite, the Moab did, man. All right. Talking about they're being discriminated against, while the real ones, hey, we don't get hurt, man. And if you do, you see what's happening to Cayenne and Kyrie, man. You'll be, scrutinized, to say the least, man. If you do speak up and tell the truth, they get the lie, and I'm starting to see it clear now more than ever, just how much of a liar this man and his counterparts really are, man. They are full of it, man. All right. Here the whole earth, all these nations have had the Israelites in some type of captivity, all right, in some type of servitude position. And things are getting ready to change, and these people, they're scared. You can tell, man. That's why they're making up these little kitty ass lies, man. This is so childish for them to, say that they're being discriminated against. Let's take a look back at that a little bit one more time.
When did racism against white people become okay? Joe Biden put white people last in line for COVID relief funds. Kamala Harris.
All right, now again, man, demographically, economically, everyone knows this is hella documented, and it's not to say that, because we speak about it all the time, how white people, so-called white people, they be going through it. I mean, you know what I mean? We always speak about the elites first, man, and that's another reason we'll bring that out. But
said disaster aid should go to non-white citizens first.
Yeah, and why did they do these things? Well, this is documented. These are facts, man. Is that our people don't have shit. We know. Why would you go to the people who are privileged to have everything? Let y'all tell it, so-called white man. Y'all got it. It's your earth. We ain't shit. Let y'all tell it. So what y'all need the so-called relief funds for? All right. This is what I'm saying. Now they're claiming, oh, we're not getting any aid. No, nobody's helping us. Everyone's, discriminating against us. This is crazy, man. This is rhetoric. This is BS. These are lies. All right. What's happening is you're slowly but surely, all right, losing your power. All right. Lying is not going to help.
Liberal politicians block access to medicine based on skin color. Progressive corporations, airlines, universities, all openly discriminate against white Americans. Racism is always wrong. The left's anti-white bigotry must stop. We are all entitled to equal treatment under law. America First Legal paid for this ad.
Same thing our people have been saying for years in our captivity, that we're being discriminated against, and we've done it all, man, from, getting a little riled up to, marching, protesting, calling upon those false names, trying to come up with our own solution, and none of this has worked, man. But what is working is the true, all right, man of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Hawashai. They've been charged with this specific work, man, and it is manifesting. That's what's happening. Hey, going to Kyrie and Cayenne, what's going on with them? It's all to aid in this second coming of Malak Yahushua in the story. All right, but precept wise, yeah, for nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. All right, and that's exactly what's happening now. As far as the earth is concerned, man, nation against nation and kingdom against kingdom has been going on. All right. So uh how much more excited, all right, diligent should we be knowing that all these wars have happened? So when we're saying, man, this is it, this is it, this is it, I mean, you gotta measure the time diligently. Know that we've been in a bunch of wars, man. We gotta be coming to the end of this thing at some point. All right. And now the men of Yahweh Hashem Hawashah saying that time is very nigh. All right, to the ones that fear Yahweh Hashem Hawashah, man. That salvation is destruction for everybody else. But I just thought that was absolutely crazy to hear them just use that type of verbiage concerning their nation and how they feel like they're being discriminated against, man. And it only gets worse from here. This is going to directly correlate with what's going on with this so-called you know, going on with Kyrie and Kanye, man. They're gonna keep on blowing it up, and they're gonna seek to demonize us, man, more than they already do now, man. Especially the true men of Yahweh Hashem Hawashah. And that's all that is. They feel like them boys that say what they say, let's just keep it real. They feel like we got a problem with so-called white people, and that's exactly what that commercial that we just saw is about. You know, that's our liar brother Esau Edom and his lies, man, trying to hold on to this burning ass kingdom of his, man, coming out with all the trickery and BS, man. But like the Lord have taught us, man, he's not going to be able to deceive the elect. Pray that you are of the elect, you know, to Yahweh Bashim Hawashah, man. All right. You know, do these things that the Lord charged us with to make your calling and election sure, whether you be a man, female, child. All right, do what you got to do, what you've been charged with, to ensure that we don't end up caught up in this BS and this madness and this trickery, man, because the enemy is going to come with it. Now, we already wore out at this point, you know, physically, all right, emotionally, psychologically. We've been traumatized through all these years of oppression and lies and deceit, and plus on top of that our curses that, you know, we brought upon ourselves, if you will, for disobeying Yahweh Hashem Hawashah. So just dealing with the dynamics of our failing families, all right, on a daily basis is enough to drive us crazy. That's why certain individuals, all right, are calling out to Yahweh Hashem Hawashah and seeking that salvation, man, seeking them new bodies, all right. But in the meantime, hey, before the Lord gets back, all these things must come to pass. All right. So this nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. All right. Remember, all right, the Lord doesn't classify different groups of people as race. All right. In the Bible, in the Bible, in the Bible, the Lord calls them nations, man. So, all right, nation, all right, so-called blacks, Hebrew Israelites, all right, so-called whites, so-called Chinese men, Moabites, whatever, they're gonna go at it for one reason or another. All right, it's gonna pop back up, man. All right, and everyone is gonna have to go to their nation and fight for their nation, however it may be. But you better believe there will be plenty of friction. As same thing, the kingdom against kingdom, man. Here, Babylon the Great, they're gonna go to war with a lot of people. All right, a lot of people gonna go, all right, to war with a lot more people in relation to, all right, World War III. All right, that great battle, this chaos, these wars, all right, this famine, this pestilence that's coming, that was prophesied by Malaki Hawashah, all right, preceding the second coming. Nothing but death, destruction is coming for the majority of this earth, man. Talking about come on, man, stuff like that. If you're not rooted in this truth, man, stuff like that'll piss you off, man, and get you, you know, riled up. But that's what the Lord gonna do, man. If I wasn't in this truth, like when I heard that stuff with those Moabites, and I heard those commercials talking about how they're so targeted and discriminated against, you know, a couple of them got put to death. It really, really bothered my spirit. But, you know, knowing that this is prophetic, these things must happen, I understood it, you know, and I was able to, you know, rest in that. But other than that, man, that stuff will piss you off, man. Because, we, you know, we really went through this. Everybody else just faking the funk, man, you know. And being that this is the wrong people are ruling, yeah, all nations gotta hurt and go through, some type of pain. Once we put this thing in order through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah, we're gonna show the whole earth how to live in peace, man. All right, in glory. All right, won't be no stench, all right, no stinking ass homeless camps, man. All these homeless camps out there in so-called LA and Atlanta, Philly. This shit, man, if you see some of them videos, man, some of them pictures, man, it looked like a third world country for real. Needles everywhere. Just dudes out there just frozen time from drug use, man. Just literally just stiff, man. Just staring like zombies for real. Just it's crazy, man. But this is supposed to be the greatest nation on the planet. They're full of it, man. They're full of it. And we're gonna show these people, how to rule. Right, it won't be no homeless people. Other, like I say, you guys will be in captivity. The rest of the nations will be in servitude positions. But like we don't like, there's no need for homelessness. This is something that you should see in relation to your leadership. Look at your leadership here in Babylon the Great. You got thousands upon thousands, maybe millions of just homeless people out on the streets. That's crazy. And it so gets even worse that in this place, hell, they won't even let you sleep out in the streets. You don't have nothing, all right, a pot to piss in, and Esau will still take that shit away. You see it all the time, bro. This is what we're talking about, though. This is why we're saying, man, we gotta get out of here, come back to our power, man. All right, it's gonna get crazy, we know this, but hey, through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shema Shah, we believe the Lord will be with us, man. When it does get crazy, He's with us now through the spirit. Yeah, so many. Let's go to Second Esdras. Bring it out. Second Esdras 15 and 16. We'll start at 15. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh. All right, sword again, symbolic for division, symbolic for death and destruction and war. So war, destruction, division is coming to this place. All right, and one people shall stand up and fight against another people and swords in their hands. And what is the modern day sword? The gun. Damn near everybody all right, got a gun, don't they? Watch, live by the sword, die by it. Now, we always say it's no law against us having a sword, man, but we don't live by it and put our faith in that machine. Our faith is in Yahweh Shem Shah. Lord willing, we won't ever even have to use them if we do have them. All right. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. All right. Now, we don't have here, literal what they call kings and princes, but we do have presidents and government officials and, everyone else that trickles on down. All right. And I've brought out videos and you see it more and more. People just do not give a flip no more. I'll see if I can bring this one little clip out just to show you how they're not going to regard their princes. And imagine if they're doing all this crazy stuff now for folly. Imagine when a famine comes, or imagine when that enemy does come down with that great wrath and he tries to take away everyone's guns and all of this, right? Come down with those draconian like measures, man. All these crazy laws. The Bible teaches us that, man. All right, this enemy, he'll seek to change, the times and laws, man. All right, this is exactly what's going on. See, these people are constantly screaming about Constitution. All right, I'm not gonna be able to find it, but little do they know, first of all, I mean, the whole Constitution is just BS anyway, but they're just going to change it. People are so quick here in Babylon the Great to start talking about that Constitution and rights and things like that. Well, so what? Soon to come, these people are going to find out, and I'm talking about the other Edomites versus the other Edomites. Yes, they're going to find out that their people ain't got no good intentions for them, and that those so-called elites feel the same way about them as they do about us, that they're just worthless little roaches. That's what the elites think about us. We're useless eaters. Little do Becky down the street or Becky from the other side of town, all right, Cameron them, All right, little do they know, hell, the Lord got them in a trick bag, and the very ones, all right, that are oppressing us is oppressing them as well. They just got a little bit more, and our people, even in our captivity, and the Lord is showing us this, man. We still the salt of the earth, man. A lot of Jake, you just take the industry. All right, they living better than a lot of these Edomites, man. Hey, that's all in relation to, hey, man, this is our last captivity, man. All right. But trust me, man, these wicked people of our nation will catch it, man. Don't get it twisted, and don't let the rich man fool you. All right, the Lord just got him in a trick bag, man. All right, so it's gonna get crazy. Um, well, I don't need to bring it out, but the video I had was just another random video of just people just doing stupid shit out with the street racing, man, racing bikes and cars and all that, and just how like when the police come, they got groups of people just screaming at the police, cussing at them, yelling and cheering on, those guys in those cars when they're running away from the police. Well, that's in relation, and that's folly based. That's in relation to them not regarding the kings nor princes. All right. A man shall desire to go in a city and shall not be able. And when that martial law, that real deal, last days martial law kick in, for whatever reason, it could be a great storm. If you see the Lord is studied, it was just a hurricane in Florida. All right, yesterday, this morning. All right. But there's a bunch of ways that the Lord can, make this whole martial law, thing take place. All right. But a man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. So a lot of these families, especially we're talking to big families, cousins and aunties and all that are in different, cities, it's over with. I hope you got the spirit of the Lord on you. I hope you was supping with Yahweh, or Yahweh was supping with you. Okay. I hope you was, rehearsing the righteous acts, man. Because when it's game time, all right, and it's green light, man, that's all we're gonna have, man, is this experience. And that's why the Lord is doing this, because he's not playing. And Lord willing, we be able to endure and handle this, man. But he's not playing with when he say this is gonna be the worst time this earth has ever seen, man. This is terrible. Everyone is playing. Like, this is not the time to play racism. All right, don't play out here crying wolf, talking about you oppressed, because it's people that really do this. Like, we really was oppressed over here. We really got our ass whooped. Everyone else is faking that funk, and we're gonna show you some attention if that's what you want. You should just stayed out the way. All right. Again, the why how about Shema Shai for giving his men not the spirit of fear, man. Some days, like, you be real sober, and it can make you even more sobering to meditate on what's coming. And then most of the time, man, we like, yeah, come on with it. Through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shema Hawashai. I say that not to tempt the Lord, but I say that through faith in our power, Yahweh Shema Hawashai, that we will not only make it out of this, but we will excel doing it through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shema Hawashai, as far as that faith is concerned. All right. But let's see. Oh, man, I made a point on that. I had some more precepts, but see, I went in the spirit that time. Ay. Why not? My favorite precepts is Ecclesiastes 3, and start at verse 1. To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. You gotta remember that. So this second coming, this is exactly what it's talking about, of Malak Yahushua. Right, there's a specific time, specific season, and a purpose. All these things will happen. All right, a time to be born, die, plant, pluck up. Hey, we're seeing that there was a time that we were born. Now we're coming to a time where the majority of us is about to die. All right, and it's a purpose for that under the heaven. All right, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted. We're in that process. Malaki Hawashai is plucking us out of this world, through the spirit, and then eventually, all right, Lord willing, very soon we will see the physical manifestation of that via the chariots and our strangeness of our salvation. All right, a time to kill, a time to heal. So the roles about to be reversed, man. All right, our nation will be healed Our enemies' nations will be destroyed utterly. All right, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Whoa, whoa, whoa to these niggas that think it's time to tick on their ass, right? It's not dancing time. All right, nothing against dancing. All right, but it seems like our people are in a prolonged state of ignorance and folly. All right, when it comes to this dancing and foolishness and folly. All right, it should be a time of mourning. All right, mourning, remembering. All right, the bravery, all right, and what Malaki Hawashai did for us, hey, dying on that cross. Yeah, going back to that, how quickly we forget the sacrifice, all right, mourning for that, all right, mourning for our captivity, all right, knowing that we messed up, crying out to Yahweh Hashem Hawashai. That's what time is for, all right, that's what time it is now. Now the time to dance, time to cast away stones, time to gather stones, man, all right, a time to embrace, hey, and that gathering stones, hey man, and casting away stones. I mean, that's still in relation to that elect versus, the 2/3, man. The Lord is gathering, all right, that for that harvest, man, his elect, all right, these few spirits predestined for that salvation. Everyone else is getting tossed to the side and about, to feel that fire, literally. All right. Look, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, man. Going back to the Lord say, division, division, division. I am not come to send peace. I'm gonna bring that out next. But division, division, man. All right. So we're now, other than the brotherhood, all right, we're in a time of, not embracing. And we could take that literally. Look what happened during the pandemic. That was a literal thing. You couldn't even embrace each other if you wanted to. All right. Via their laws, all right, their reasoning. Yeah. A time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to cast away, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, time to love, a time to hate. So, hey, these things were written for our understanding, our learning. The whole Bible was, all right. So we got to remember this seriously. There's going to be a time to hate. The Bible is telling us that, again, the unlearned individual, the so-called Christians, they don't want to deal with hate at all, especially from Yahweh Bashim Mahawashai. They don't understand that the Lord does hate, all right, that the Lord does create evil, that the Lord does kill, all right. And I'm gonna bring this out and I'll leave it at that. Through the spirit and power, Yahweh Bashim Yahawashai. But it's gonna be crazy, man. I just thought it was crazy to really see that in real time on like a real commercial about, our enemy, our person talking about they are being discriminated against. All right. Like, stall me out, bro. Y'all are so full of it. And that's what's gonna happen as well, man. And you can see it, man, even within our nation, the industry, the rap game, man. It's a lot of so-called exposing going on right now. That's the spirit of the Lord. The Lord is revealing. Didn't the Lord say all things come to the light? So all these lies and shit, it's just gonna come to the light. Again, the people, all right, Esau Edom's little minions, all right, not the elite. I'm talking about the regular degglers, man, with the 9 to 5 jobs. All right, they're gonna see that their leaders are full of it. They're gonna go at it. They'll be going at it with us. All right, it's just gonna be more exposing. Look at how the government officials do. Have y'all not seen the damn Herschel Walker commercials? And and how they, that's just what I'm talking about. A lot of stuff is getting exposed, man, and it will be exposed. Everyone's wickedness will be exposed, man. All right, lest ye repent, yes, die. But Matthew, and here's the point to back all that up. What did Yahweh say, man? Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. For I come to set man at variance against his father, daughter against her mother, daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household, man. Literally, and even dealing with the nation, bro, it's going to be problem after problem if you aren't rooted in this, man. All right. Pretenders. All right. You will be exposed. All right, you evildoers, without the repentance, you will be exposed and dealt with. Ooh, isn't that? Don't that sound like the women of our nation? The majority of them. Ooh, ain't they finna catch it? Ooh, we've been patient, on Eve, because we could have moved on Eve a long time ago and been done with it. All right, but through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Shai, he been holding that back. He gonna drop that sword, man, and a lot of women gonna catch it. All right, a lot of women gonna catch it, especially the women of our nation. They more prideful than anybody right now with they damn near ugly asses. Most of them don't even look that good. Let's just keep it real. And we're not in our perfection. So yeah, that's right. You know what I mean? That's why we are seeking this salvation to get to that perfection, so we can walk around here like our don't stink, because it won't. You see what I'm saying? We got to actually get to that point where we can stun on these guys, man. All right. I jokingly said this, but I'm very, very serious about it. As far as these garments that I'll be rocking, Lord willing, I make it into this kingdom, man. I'll never repeat, garments in this kingdom, and that's in eternity, bro. Never. You'll never see me in the same thing. That's what we looking for. All right. Not this right here. Because you can't do that here in Babylon the Great. Unless rich for real. Real deal rich. Or trying to live like one. All right. But yeah, man, that's the point on that, man. These people are coming with lies, and more lies. They're going to seek to demonize us with lies, and more lies. So just be prepared for it. All right. And just know, all right, just know your enemy and just see how full of it. I'm seeing it now more than ever. When I first came into this thing, I didn't realize how much of a liar our enemy was, start learning about the curses, and then it started to make sense. But I didn't realize how much yeah, boy. Whoo, lying about everything. Then took this land and just blood just all over this land. Still talking about they oppressed. All right. Hey, with that being said, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Shem Shai. Until next time, Shalom.